All right, let's make sure that we have the mic on and going. We do. Hello, everyone, and welcome, Crasher. This is RTA Motorsports. Spent a long time trying to get our dashboard working. Finally did. And yeah, turns out just the phone was that I'm using for my dashboard is not doing any sort of updates at the moment. So I had to force an update. That's all it was. The app was needing an update. So we got that going. So we're going to get back on to the topic at hand, and that is setting up ACC. Basically for this crazy resolution that we're running right now. We have, if you're kind of new to the channel, we have a Logitech. We have a Samsung CHG90, which is the 49-inch super ultra wide monitor, and then we have flanking on the two sides of it are two 19 by 20 by 1080, just normal 27-inch monitors. I have them with a Asus bezel-free kit on both sides, and we're running basically custom resolutions to try to make this all work together. And so far with the other titles, it's been a little bit of a learning curve, but we've been getting it, and it's been honestly absolutely crazy once it's all together. Now that we got this experience together, let's try to get this edited correctly, so that way we could actually experience this. So let's give it a shot. Let me switch this over so that way you could all kind of see what we're doing. There we go. Okay. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to be looking at this piece of software here. This is Simple Runtime Window Editor. I know I did this a few times in the other streams, but those streams didn't really work out too well. So Simple Runtime Window Editor is what I'm using basically to set my custom resolutions. You can see here, let's move this over this way. Let's get chat up so that way we can see chat. There we go. You can see here in the middle, we do have the title already running, and it's ready to go, but it's only running on one monitor. Basically, these two side monitors are not showing anything. So what you want to do is you want to go to Select Running Application. Now from within here, you're just going to look for the title. And sometimes it's buried a little bit. Sometimes it's a little hard to find. It should be in here somewhere. What we may actually have to do is actually run this title with admin privileges. So let's do that. To run as administrator. There we go. And select running applications. It should be there. Yep. All right. So you have to run it as administrator for this title. And there's two of them. See which one it is. So it's not that one there. It just takes a little bit of fiddling around and figuring out which one it is. So there we go. So you can see our resolution here. It says 3856 by 1119, which is kind of a weird resolution, and that's not actually what our monitor is. Our monitor is 3840 by 1080, the Samsung CHG90. So we're going to select this box because this is what we want to edit. We're going to type in 3840 by 1080 plus 1920 by 1080, basically twice. So we're going to leave the height alone because the height of the monitors is not changing in addition to, all of our monitors we have here. So that's going to be 7680. You can see it kind of now spanning across these two monitors. It's completely off there. And we're going to fix the height. 1080. There we go. So we're not going to worry about the positions because we're going to align window with horizontal center. And it is kind of horizontal and vertical center. And then we're going to remove borders. Boom. There it goes. Now it fills up the whole thing, which is kind of what we want to see. Gives us that that sense that it's basically spanning all across all three. Let's see. So let's jump into the title itself. Now I already set up for triple screen rendering. But we're going to have to adjust our seat position, things like that. So right now we have a free practice open. So you kind of see everything kind of looks a little weird and funky. Nothing looks right. Looks like we're kind of buried in our seat. So what we're going to do is, being that we turned on triple screen rendering, we're going to go to view settings and we're going to adjust our position. So you can see we're at negative 25. Let me actually bring this over here. And we're just going to bring this back to 0. Maybe that's a little bit, maybe we need to go in a little bit more. So our distance from our screen is already set here. Bezel width, we're going to leave that 0 because we have a bezel means of adjusting out the bezels. I think that feels pretty good about there. I like it. All right, so let's save that position. And that's it. Now we are ready to drive. So we do got a 15-minute practice, it looks like. I'm going to lower that down. Probably going to stop halfway through. But yeah, basically from this position, I can't really actually capture the whole thing on this camera, even though we have our our wide angle lens on. So we still can't capture this whole thing, but out of our passenger side, I can see almost the entire passenger side window. I can see the mirror. And the driver's side, I can see the mirror. And basically my entire driver's side window over here. Everything else is looking really good. You can see we have our dash actually working for once. Actually, one thing real quick. Let's get our sim commander running. Perfect. All right, let's get racing. spend all day kind of messing with our dash app. Because the way I have the FOV set, I can't see the in-car dash. It all turns out that I've just needed an app update. It was something as simple as that. For some reason, I feel like I'm doing a lot more steering input lately. I think we need to dial in a little less steering rotation. I have it set to 900 degrees of rotation, and I feel like it's... I feel like it's making me overcorrect. Bezel-less features really, really awesome. I mean, and again, I've said it a lot of times already, when the lenses are there for the bezel-less feature, you could see that they're there. And you could see them. It's not like they're not quite as clear and as hidden as they look like on video. But when you're racing, you're not really focused on one specific spot of the screen except for what's directly in front of you. So just glancing over real quick, you just basically notice that there's no bezels. So do I think it'll help you or make you a better driver or anything like that? No. This is just an accessory. If bezels bother you and you always wanted basically that wraparound projection screen like experience, this is one way to get it. The only thing I really don't like about them, and it's just basically fault of the materials used, is that the plastic does scuff really easily. And for the price that you're paying basically for two pieces of clear lenses and some mounts, it's really sad to see them scuff as easily as they do. Mine have already gotten a few scratches, and I felt like I've been really, really careful. I'm going to see if there's a soft lock feature in, because I feel like I'm really steering quite a bit, putting a lot of input into it. All right, let's go to options. Let's go to controls. And I don't see anything with a soft lock. What I will do is I'll lower it down to 540. Let's save that. And I'm going to go to Sim Commander and replicate that same thing. So there we go. Let's see how that feels. A little bit less steering input. That feels already a lot better right there. All right. Ah! Let's go to the next session. I think the next session's just qualifying. I'm going to set up a aggressive preset.
Green light, green light.
10 minutes for qualifying. I think that should be plenty.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Oh, 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 oh. Man. Man, they're pulling my shoulder out. Ah.
Time's invalidating. Please try to
Yeah.
stay on the track.
Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. We set up that quarter entry completely off. Costed us some time. Ah, darn it. Darn it, darn it. Don't.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh.
Cut detected.
Man, all right.
Validate. I have some light damage at the rear of the car.
Let me go back to the garage and change the setup. Obviously, the aggressive preset's not working out for us. Let's skip the session. Let's just go right into the race. It's going to put us all the way in the back, but that's fine. I think I said 31 cars. Alrighty. And a nice long race session, so we got some time. 30 opponents. Good test of frame rate right here, I can tell you that much.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Slow car ahead. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I do have their aggression a little bit higher up. But so far they were pretty well behaved. No crashes through there. Ah, we went off.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap. Well done, mate. Personal best.
AI's kind of got their snake effect going. Got 26 minutes left of the race session. Hey, what's going on, Jackson? Yeah, Understeer did get me on that turn. I had to go back to the safe preset because this McLaren, we never really race it too often. But the aggressive preset really just started biting us pretty badly, so need more practice before we can jump in the aggressive preset, which is pretty much what I use almost every other car that we race with. So it's safe to say I'm not as consistent or as clean with this car as I am with like the GTR.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1. Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
"23 minutes left of the race session. Oh,
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
is it stiffer in turns? Yeah, it does feel like the front sway bar is maybe a little bit stiffer. It also feels like the brake bias moves up. 'Cause I kind of feel like under heavy braking, I'm more prone to locking up the front than I am.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, Bentley's on our tail. Oh, we went through there pretty quickly.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Woo! Got him. That was a small doorway we tried to sneak through there. Hmm. He definitely wants his position back. I'm gonna have to stay with this AMG if we have any chance. Not stay with him. We need to catch up to the AMG. Oh, Bentley made a move on the Audi behind us. Yeah. Come on. Understeering like crazy through there. Ah. Lost some time. Trying to hold it together and not get too distracted with, you know, trying to pass this car ahead or really catch up to him. I'm just trying to be patient or remember to be patient. Nice. Our rear brakes are still blue, which is basically proving to me that the brake bias is too far forward.
You're halfway through. Keep it up.
Terribly wide through there. Off track. Yeah. Almost like a dance, right? Yeah, that's kind of the problem. When I start tensing up, I start getting very jerky with brake application and whatnot.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
We
Car on the left.
overtook that turn.
Clear on the left. Falling behind to the car in front in sector 3.
Let's see what we can make happen here. Much better.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Yeah. I'm trying to not mentally cloud my mind with an aggressive car behind me, you know what I mean? Just pretend it's not even there and I'm just qualifying or doing an open practice. Keyword trying.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
Woo! That was pretty intense. I need to definitely bind the buttons for brake bias so I can adjust it on the fly.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Darn. Woo! Left rear tire is starting to get a little hot. Looks like 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Front right is 175, front left is 194. Right rear is 183.
In front in sector 3.
Left rear is a little bit over 200 now, 202. A little bit under braking. I'm kind of wondering if it would make a little bit of a difference for me because I just feel like under heavy brake, 100. Oh, wow, I can't even talk. It is a little past 2 in the morning for me here, but yeah. I feel like under heavy braking, the car is just plowing, you know, just pushing on me. We went off. I screwed that one up. Oh, no. 4 minutes left, and we went and screwed that up.
Ahead.
I kind of felt it happening too as it was. I went to take a slightly different line in an attempt to carry more speed. Big mistake, doing something different you didn't practice for. Oh no. Come on, come on. Don't you dare. I don't know if the tires are too dirty or what. Now I'm just drifting. 3 minutes left of the race session, and now we're officially back in the back of the pack. Oh man. Well, we hung with them for a little bit there. Yep. Yeah, we're just kind of sliding now all over.
Falling behind in the car in front in sector 3.
Hmm. My gosh.
The leader has finished the race.
Come on, turn. All right, there we go. Race is done.
Alright, mate, race is over. Good job, you did the best you could. Take it easy indeed, lab.
So let's set up another session. Maybe not quite as long of a race. Just one more race. Let's see. Yeah, the car definitely would have performed so much better if I would have had a decent setup. I'm not going to claim that I'm actually competent at making setups, but there's a few things I'm starting to learn how to feel as to what the car needs and whatnot. But I definitely felt like I was driving the front end of that car, and the rear end was just along for the ride on the safe preset. Just, I didn't feel like the rear was wanting to rotate at all. I just felt like I needed to do what I needed to do to get that front end of the car to turn. It was just understeering like crazy. Oh man. Oh, hey Connor. It is currently 2:12 in the morning. I'm just gonna do one more race session and then we'll call it a night. Now that we have successfully gotten our sim dashboard working. Let's see, for this next one, let's drive the our Nissan GTR, and we'll drive at hmm. Sue's older, and we're gonna do a later race. Let's see. We'll skip practice. We'll go right into qualifying, 10 minutes there, and then race length, let's make that 15 minutes. Nope, can't. All right, so let's go to quick race. I know I can there. So we'll just jump right into the race. We had opponent skill at 95, the aggressiveness at 90. Opponent count 24, starting position. Let's make that random. We'll start at 5 p.m. And yeah, let's give that a try. You don't have a sim rig, but you do have a decent knowledge. Awesome. Well, that's information you can't put a price tag on. What do you do? How'd you get all the information? Do you race in the real life or? I'm definitely gonna go aggressive preset on this one. I've always been around racetracks my entire life, small ovals, not road courses. Road courses is something that I've recently gotten into, say within the last 10 years or so. But growing up, we always been around ovals, me and my family. So I've always been around race cars. It's never really got into the actual setups and the mechanics of it. Could work on an engine, can work on a basic stuff of a car, but you're not gonna have me dial in someone's camber, caster, and tow setup. Nah. All right, so it looks like they're gonna be starting us 17th. We do have, I think, 25 cars total. Oh, oh, we're
Going
gonna
under
have
fire.
to probably reset this one because we're gonna have to adjust. Well, actually, let's see if we can do that here. All right, there we go. Actually, it feels pretty darn good there. Good deal.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
Love dirt tracks. Actually went to my first dirt race about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Green light, go, go, go.
Dangerous place. I just put.
All clear. Clear on the left. We've got some light damage on the front of the car. Car on the right.
Yeah, my fault. Placing myself in that situation.
Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, come on.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Well done, mate. Personal best.
Oh, this feels very different since the last update.
Car on the right.
Maybe the aggressive preset was not such a good idea.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
All right. We're currently P14 out of 25 cars.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Ah, I overcooked that one.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
We moved back to P17. Hey, buddy. Have a good one. Thank you so much for joining in, Jackson.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best. We are halfway through, not over yet. Well done, mate. Personal best.
My gosh. I was having an issue in the McLaren with it being too understeery. Now this car is just eating up the rear tires. Mainly it's all throttle rotation. It's quite excessive actually. This is one of the cars I used to drive all the time.
Losing to the car ahead in sector 1.
I just pointed it in the turn a little bit, and immediately the car just wants to start sliding. I'm not coming off throttle completely. Still giving it part throttle in hopes of really holding that rear end in. I was really afraid to cut that second part of that chicane. Holding a little bit of throttle on in the turn is helping me not lose the rear of the car big time. All right, so that's technique I think I'm going to stick with. Three minutes left of the race session. We are currently P18 out of 25 cars. Beautiful sunset. Woo! Just peering through the side screens there, that sunset going by. Oh man, that was gorgeous. Felt very realistic actually.
car back.
There we go. A wild Fanatec McLaren wheel appears. What's going on, Benjamin? Let's make sure we're still holding focus. All right, yep. All right, let's do one more. That was a heck of a lot of fun. Although we lost one position in the end, but still, good time. It's nice when everything is working, Once you get everything going, just feels nice just to enjoy it. For some reason, though, because of the Dash app and the wheel being on at the same time, it kind of delays telemetry to that. And if I unplug the wheel, then we could actually get out of that menu. Little weird thing that it does. Okay, so let's do another quick race. This time we'll do it at... Let's do it at Laguna Seca. Why not? And we'll do a night race. We just did a late afternoon. Let's do a night race. And the car we'll choose. It's one car we never really drive is the Lamborghini. Never really drive this car, so we're going to have to set up the field of view and all that. I'm sure everything's going to be kind of off. Oh, did I just set this up as a...
Green light, go, go, go.
I think I set this up as a practice just by myself. Actually, bring this in a little bit. Nope. Out there, I like that. All right, so we'll save that, and let's make sure we actually get into a race session. So I think I just set it up as a practice session by myself. Game mode practice. Nope. Let's do a custom race weekend. Qualifying, let's just jump right into qualifying. We'll do 10 minutes of qualifying. Race length, 20 minutes. Why not? And then race start time, it's going to be at 9 p.m. Qualifying is at 2 p.m. Seems good. All right. Why are we back at Brands Hatch? No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Laguna Seca. We already raced at Brands Hatch. My brain's getting too tired. I could feel my brain melt out of my ears. Ooh, Mons is fun too, but let's not do that. We already went through. Oh, that's right. They didn't. Did they not race? Oh no, it's there. I was gonna say. Go.
Green light. Give it all you can.
Boom. Oh man, it feels so cool to like look out the side windows of the car, not see any bezels. Definitely have to adjust the colors on my side screens. They're a little bit more warm than my center.
Lap invalidated.
Oh,
Slow
you
car
gotta be.
ahead.
You slipped right off. Now, again, just to reiterate, this is not a car I drive really ever. So, this is going to be a little bit of a experiment. I know in the recent update they did some work to one of the Lamborghinis. I don't remember if it was the Evo or not. Might have been. Hmm.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
So right now we're in a qualifying session. 8 minutes left of qualifying. It's only going to get us a few decent laps. Or time to really
Car on
only
the
do a
left.
few decent laps.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Car feels noticeably lighter in the steering weight than the GTR. You messed up that turn entry. I went way wide.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Mm. Off.
Lap time is invalidated. Please try
Yep.
to stay on the track.
Ah. Ah.
Cut detected.
Darn. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to actually get another lap in.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Why not? Alrighty then. So let's just skip this session. Ron Smith, the gear change indicator doesn't match the shifting. What's up with that? Oh, and here, it's because, you know, if I'm not running my sim dash, this works perfectly fine. But if I'm running my sim dash, and this is only for ACC, then this for some reason gets really laggy. I'm not sure why. Let's see, let's go back to the safe preset for this car. Gonna be running a night race, 20 minutes. How's it going, Ron?
Green light, show them where you go.
Oh, look at that mess up there. Lamborghini just smacked the wall. Whoa!
Light damage on the right.
That was one of the rare cases it wasn't my fault. Granted, he probably didn't see me coming through traffic quite like that. Oh no.
Well done, mate. This is me, your
Yeah,
muscle
not a transmission problem. Well, if I switch the USB port that my wheel is connected to.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Woo! That was stressful.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Well done, mate. Personal best. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh no! Ah, darn it. I went to pitch the car in for that turn and we ended up sliding. But good thing we were able to save it. No harm, no foul at this point. Pitched the car in too hard. It was almost like a Scandinavian flick instead of a turn. Clearly my fault there. Man, they are just pulling away on the straight.
Pit window is open.
Ah. Wasn't actually expecting that. Kind of distracted me a little bit. Should have just pitted in.
There's a car leaving the
We got a lot of
well done, mate.
time available. We're gonna pit in on this lap. Gwendolyn, what's going on? Come on. Oh. I don't know how the heck I managed that one. So the 49-inch screen is still here. Going right across there. I have two 16:9 27-inch monitors on either side with the Asus bezel free kit. I don't know if you've seen my video on us setting that all up. But yeah, it's still here. I just had to give it some friends. Come on. Come on. What the heck is going on? The car is not...
We are halfway through. Keep pushing.
Oh, there we go. I didn't nail it completely perfectly. It should let me know, like a crew chief would let you know, where to move the car. I thought I was actually pretty good. Yes. So I do feel like, I mean, you can see the bezel-free kit in person. It's obvious that it's there, but you almost get that projected wraparound screen feel that you probably seen on YouTube videos where people race with that wraparound projector. That's kind of how I feel right now. It does feel a little bit more immersive. I do get a much larger sense of speed.
Come on, let's go. Class leader is pitting now. We've been given a stop and go.
Uh, Probably because I was speeding in the very beginning. Darn it. Yeah, speeding in pit lanes, it says. Have a few laps left.
Class leader is in the pits. We have a stop and go penalty.
Yep. Look at that night sky. But yeah, having this whole triple screen setup, um, feels a little bit more natural because your windshield is set up in an aspect ratio that's almost kind of like this 49-inch, right? Can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So yeah, very wide, kind of short. And then you have your driver and your passenger windows, which are much more square-like, typically, than your windshield. So this feels more natural to what an actual car would be like. Did I not hit it correctly? Guess not. I didn't clear up.
Window is now closed.
It didn't clear our Ah. Oh well, let's just drive it. Probably gonna get disqualified or something. I don't know. I know there's a way to set what you want for your pit and all that, but I haven't really practiced all that in Assetto Corsa. I just want to drive. We'll come around through the pits again in 2 laps. Race is almost over anyway. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I can tell my brain is super tired. A little past 3 in the morning here. Two minutes, 54 seconds left.
We've been given a stop and go penalty.
Come on. I'm not saying come on to the car. I'm saying come on to me. So I'm making silly mistakes, but at the same time, it is super late. These things happen. All right, let's go try to serve that penalty again. See if we could actually get it done. There we go. Pit crew on strike. Pit crew keeping social distance. Yeah. Oh, well. The other 2 races we had were actually pretty darn decent. I mean,
Leaders on final lap now.
didn't really do anything amazing, but we're at least able to hang with the AI. I do got to say, though, a big moment was on the last race. We had the time sped up, so that way when... what the heck? Why did it put me back in the pits? I wasn't speeding in the pit lanes. I just served my stop and go. What are you talking about? It says disqualified for speeding in pit lanes. I just had my pit speed limiter on. Oh, man. Well, like I was saying, the last race, when the sunset was coming down and we actually passed it, you could see the sun kind of panning down through our front monitor here. Once it hit the side monitor and I saw it shining through my driver's window, because it's almost in line with this side monitor here, that was an awesome experience. Just having it shine by in the direction that it would in real life, you know, driver's window being in the same orientation. So yeah, that was pretty darn neat. Alrighty. So obviously we were in the back of the pack on that one. We got disqualified out of that one. But everyone, it is super late for me right now. It's just past 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for joining in and hanging out. Hopefully, if you are considering doing this sort of setup, this video, because we've tried this so many times with ACC and we were having issues with our sim dash. And the way I have my FOV, I can't see the virtual dashboard. So I wasn't aware of what we were doing. And I didn't want to jump into it until I had it fixed. But now that we have it fixed, at the beginning of this video, I kind of went through exactly how to set it up using simple runtime window editor and basically setting the custom resolution and all that. So hopefully this video helps anyone out that is looking maybe to do something like this. Everyone, thank you again for hanging out super late or early, depending on where you are in the world. Jay, what's going on? Can't really see the monitor setup. That's the point. You can't see the bezels there. You have three CHG90s. So Gwendolyn, he's got both of us. So yeah, if you have three, you need to get your hands on the, and you have it set up in triples, you need to get your hands on the Asus bezel free kit and get rid of the bezels completely. But everyone, thank you again for hanging out. Super odd time. Don't normally race at this time or anything like that, and you could kind of see the sweat on my face. So I was genuinely trying. But all right, everyone, be safe. Have a good rest of your week. Definitely going to be possibly doing another video. If you haven't checked out our video of us setting this whole thing up, we unboxed the monitors. We went through the initial setup as a normal video. Definitely check it out on the channel. Helps me out big time. But yeah, everyone, catch you all later. Have a good day.